I remember a time when I was much younger, and I can say with certainty that I am not what I used to be. I was a fearsome student, known for silence, creativity, and intelligence. But I had a fatal flaw. Each day I feared failure, because deep down I knew that I can only be accepted for my performance. I was praised in class, but outside I was constantly bullied, rejected, and told that I wasn't enough. My reputation of being the creative genius was the only proof that I was worthy of life. But soon my fear became reality. I was so paralyzed with the fear of failure that I blanked on a test. What followed one failure was another, as I soon lost the ability to focus and ended up in a psych ward. I wanted to end my life. But failure itself didn't hurt me, but the constant message that I am worthless without my excellence. I only hung on to perfection as a reason to live. My social difficulties attracted bad treatment like moths to light, and kept me an outcast. Before high school, I spoke little and often used writing or pointing to communicate. Perhaps you have heard of how depressed people hide their condition under smiles and warm greetings. I'll break it to you that that is not always the case. I was an extremely shy autistic individual who ran away from people and showed as much facial expression as a crash dummy. In the beginning, I was meant to be aborted, but my mother protected me against my father. He didn't want kids and was disappointed that I was a girl. Girls are less valued in traditional Chinese views. He was distant, so as a kid, I called any man nice to me dad. Perhaps the authoritarian teaching methods in China also made me fearful of failure. The result is low self-esteem. I became a tomboy so I can feel accepted. I fled reality to escape the pain, creating a detailed fictional world as my sanctuary. I was desperate for the respect my reputation provides to overcome self-hatred. Soon, I realized I was feeding nothing but a hungry ego. I needed to feel superior so I don't feel so worthless. Each day is a never-ending desert. A dark cloud of despair seems to loom over me constantly, causing me to lose concentration and make my limbs feel like lead. Yet, I still put so much effort into proving that I am better than others. Pills did not snap me out of it, so I began reasoning with myself. Is it logical to view myself as worthless? And I discovered that indeed it is. I am worthless, but so are other people and life itself. There exists no such a thing as value, except for in our minds, and value cannot exist without consciousness. We lie to ourselves, holding on to purpose, value, and meaning, so that we can have a reason to live. I feel at peace because I no longer feel worthless, because everyone is as worthless as me. But the peace did not last. I led myself right into an existential crisis. What is the point of living? If I died today, my value would be the same as if I died 60 years from now, because all living things will come to an end, myself and my impact on other people. Suddenly, I did not want to believe that life is in fact meaningless. But after months of avoiding the thought, I finally decided to confront it. I realized I've been viewing the whole thing in the wrong light. It may be logical to say that meaning is an illusion, but it is illogical to have an emotional connection with a purely logical thought. There are two types of meaning: objective meaning or universal meaning, and subjective meaning or individual meaning. What I rejected was objective meaning. The nature of creativity is subjective, just like the nature of meaning. Yet I embrace creativity wholeheartedly. So where the heck is the consistency? In fact, the lack of objective meaning can sometimes provide a sense of freedom, as the bad choices we make have no value. This method cures a thought which I am aware of. But I've noticed that this never-ending negativity does not always seem to have a cause. Once I have debated with myself until any possible illogical negative reasoning is out of the picture, I still seem to be left with a rather small emotional mass of darkness still lingering. I am better, but not yet complete. But right now, all I can do is educate others about my condition to bring awareness. Let us join together and share our unique experiences. Let us light the world with pieces of our broken selves to break the mental illness stigma, because vocalizing our darkness might lead us to the light. Thanks for watching, and a shout out to Pegasi Clan for this fan art.